Good evening. It's Thursday night again already, 7 o'clock for this evening's Psychic Spiritual segment, where we have a different reader every single week for you, which offer us something different every week. Tonight, I'm not even going to explain because we've got the lovely Amy Patman from Indigo's Oracle, and I'm going to get her to explain it all to you because there's no point in me explaining what she does because she will explain it so much better than me. So please welcome the lovely Amy that's joining us this evening.
Thank you. Thank you. So you can all call me Indigo because my name's Indigo Amy, but it doesn't matter. I was born in Amy, so that's fine. Thank you so much, first of all, for allowing me this sacred space in this moment to share my connection with spirit. I've got to be careful with my words. I'm quite careful of how I word things. So this evening, I'm going to show you a very, very old technique of divination. My favorite thing probably in the world is divination, bar my family, and a bit of cheese and chocolate as well, actually. Put that top of the list. But I'm going to do a wax divination. So I have a candle here. And the idea is that I melt the candle into the water. I have some other candles if this candle doesn't want to play game, because sometimes they're a little bit stubborn. And then I asked my spirit guides to show me through the piece of wax in the water and through the experience of the melting the wax, the message for you today. So my spirit guides work in a way to uplift, bring positivity. Also, I am a working medium. So sometimes within the wax, I might see a face or I might see an image that will have some recognition to someone who's watching. I'm just going to see if I can. I'm not sure that I can. Oh, I can see the comments. I've got to click comments. That would help, wouldn't it? So
we have that like nearly every week. Don't worry.
I'm so used to working on my own page and it's all kind of my own setup. So I'm used to doing it there, but I didn't realize I could quite see the comments. So can I say hello to some people? So we've got Gemma Oldfield, Gary Fields. Hi, Jack Uline. One of my friends joined us here. Sean and Jessica. And I'm sure there's loads more, but that's all I can see at the moment. Now, the only thing with this divination is I have to be quite far away from my computer. So do bear with me with the comments. My own training. So I'm trained in shamanic work, in ancient magic, in psychic and mediumship. So I combine everything and work it all together because at the end of the day, I'm sure Karen is the same, but we're about the voice of spirit. It's not about us as readers. It's about the message coming through. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is just open sacred space. I work with the 4 directions. There's nothing scary or sad, and everything I do is positive. Everything I do is for the light and love of people and love of the spirit world. So I just want to open up sacred space. Then I'm going to light my candle and then I shall start dripping into the water. Anyone who would like a reading, and I just put up some heart emojis, just something that's really lovely for everyone to see. Some flowers, some hearts, and my guides will go to whoever they are drawn to. So I won't necessarily pick people. It'll literally be, I'll look over and I'll see a name and I'll just say that name and that's who I will work with. So please do bear in mind, there's going to be quite a few joining this evening. Know that there's always a message within a message. So if you hear something and you feel like that's something I need or something I could do with, know that that could be for you as well. The spirit world are incredibly intelligent and sometimes we forget that. Okay.
We do. I am going to come off the screen and let you carry on, Indigo. I shall be here. So whoever you're drawn to throughout the reading, if you say a name, I will pop it on the screen so everyone knows who you're talking to. And I shall be here in the background. And when you're ready to finish, please let me know and I will come back.
What time do we normally finish? I can go on all.
We have an hour. We have until 8. But you can go for pretty much as long as you'd like to or you're able to. So whenever you're ready to finish, just let everybody know it's going to be your last one of the evening. And I will come back on and join you and then we can promote you to everyone.
Lovely. Thank you very much. And if anyone on here, I think Jack's part of my groups, if you can share out to my groups, that would be great also. So without further ado, should we open sacred space? So I'd like to turn to the guardians, the gatekeepers, the angels and the beings of the East. And I'd like to ask them to sit with our circle today, to bring through guidance, to bring through inspiration, bring through creativity within our work. And when I say our work, I mean we work together, both my guides and your guides in this situation coming forth. And I turn to the south and I ask the guardians, the gatekeepers, the angels, and all beings of the south, please be with us in this moment to give us information of the action required within our world, to make our world better for ourselves as individuals, to make life more gentle. Maybe there's some kind of reassurance or healing that needs to come with a loved one from spirit in this moment. And I thank you. And I turn to the west and I ask the guardians, the gatekeepers, the angels, and all beings of the west to be with us with our circle, to allow us to listen to that which spirit says and reflect on the information given. Sometimes the information may be something you're a little bit uncomfortable with, just because it's something of a change. But know you can always look back and see this moment that they helped you along your journey. And last not least, I turn to the north and I ask the guardians, the gatekeepers, the angels, and all beings of the north to be with our circle, to bring through words of comfort, reassurance, and healing, to bring soothing to those souls that are really struggling in this moment. And also to surround the entire of this show, including everyone behind the scenes and in front, with an unconditional love and the warmth of spirit. Aho. Okay. Not quite asleep. Right, so let's see how this candle goes. I have got some backup candles. When I'm doing this work, I really like to use a new candle because I just think it adds to the specialness of what you're doing. So just bear with me. Just adjust myself. Okay. So we'll see how, might be a bit of a slow burner. We'll start with another one I've got over here for the moment. Right. Still a beautiful candle, isn't it? It's got all the chakras in it. It's very pretty. All right, so we're going to start with one that I've used before, but we at least opened with a fresh candle. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoy this as much as I will. Right. Oh, that's quite interesting. Okay, I'm just paying attention to where the wax is going because it's making very interesting patterns even as we're opening up here. Right. So I've been given an initial for a name, so I'm just going to see who is on here with that initial. So keep on commenting, guys. Keep on commenting. I can't see them at the moment. So when I work in this way, the reading starts with the wax dropping, and now we're going to get to a point where Spirit literally says to me, we're done. Lauren Davis, did you ask for a reading, sweetheart? Lauren Davis. Okay. So I've got all this smoke, and it looks spooky. Doesn't it look spooky? I'll just get her permission. Spirit gave me your initial. Okay. So if I can get just the permission of Lauren Davis for the moment. Hiya. Hi. So can you just give me permission to read, darling, please? Thank you. Thank you. So initially, when I was pouring the wax in, Lauren, it felt very much like you were very fragmented. It felt like you've got lots of thoughts in different places. You've got lots of ideas. You've got lots of, I don't know whether it's lots of bits of work or lots of things you've been learning. But what I wanted to say to you, Lauren, is there's very much something around you that you're not feeling a whole person. Now, I know this fragmentation. I've been through it myself. And it's really important when you feel fragmented to just take a step back and look at what's really working for you. So within your practice, within your work, whatever it may be, because they're not showing me what it is, but within whatever you're studying or growing as a personal choice of a development, it might even be a hobby, they're saying take a step back. You don't have to do everything at once. Just look and feel into what fits you best. Okay, sometimes we get very excited about everything we can learn and everything we can grow with, and we kind of forget the simple thing of life. Now, life in its best form is simplicity, and my shaman teacher, one of the first teachings that she gave me was simplify, simplify, and simplify again. And I have to do this all the time because I'm an artist, so I want to overcomplicate. I want everything to be fancy and pretty and, you know, all those things. So I want to say that for you. I also feel very much with you, Lauren, that it feels like there's been some really big energy shifts with you lately. And I'm feeling that there's a gentleman in spirit who has facial hair that would like to connect with you. And he's saying ho, ho, ho. So I don't know whether he dressed like Father Christmas or he had a look like him, but he's just saying ho, ho, ho in the Christmas form. As I'm looking into the wax, I'm seeing more of this face. It's a lovely, jolly face. And I just feel that it's someone that you really, really remember from your childhood, possibly more than your adulthood. So I want to say that to you, okay? Now, as I'm looking at the wax, I'm seeing that there's great order, but there's chaos as well. So I feel with you, Lauren, you're actually a very organized person. There's someone in your remit, someone in your lifestyle that you live with or live alongside that's quite chaotic. Now, I think sometimes you know, if you're more organized, you can rub off onto the person who's chaotic, but just allow them to change at their own rate. Okay, you can't change them overnight, and this is very, very important to say. Okay. All right. Now, the top of this wax, let me just show you what I'm working with, and I don't know how well it's going to translate. But the top of the wax, can you see you've got this little piece here, which to me looks like a crystal. And when I go into the crystalline energy, I'm going into the reminder for you that how much of our person, how much of our body, our being is made of water. Water holds memory. This is a scientific fact, okay? You can look into messages with water if anyone's interested in that. Someone's done a scientific documentation of different words and different environments around water. So you may well enjoy that. But what I want to say to you, Lauren, is that you need to start speaking kind to yourself, because it feels like you compliment a lot of other people, but you kind of forget yourself in this moment. So I want to say that to you. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that, Lauren, and I'm going to move on to the next person. Thank you very much for working with me. Thank you. All right. So if you can respond to me, you will get a bit more of an in-depth reading, because when it comes to mediumship, we really do need to connect in with who we're with, as in just recognize that person. And as soon as they're recognized, it's almost like a telephone. Like, you know, I've got this person who's trying to make himself known to you, and you're kind of just listening, and it's fine. That's not a problem. But if you start talking back, you will find that you'll find it much stronger. Thank you. Yeah, ignore the scammers. We all get them. Watch the real deal. You've got enough of them on here on a regular basis, haven't you? Hey. always surprises me when people say they contact those people. But anyway, let's go further into that. So if you'd like a reading, please just put up something really pretty on the screen, because that's what will get my attention. And I'm just sitting with my spirit team at the moment. I'm just going to ask what they would like me to go with. Okay. All right, so it's a littler one. Just going to blow it out because it's got crazy flame, and that's all got something in it. So Sean Fagan, can I please read for Sean Fagan? Nice to see you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. So initially, as I was dripping in the wax, my darling, it was very concise. It was very together. It feels very much like you kind of know who you are and what you want out of life, but you're kind of sealing the deal at the moment. So there's little things you're doing to finish things off. Now, as I'm linking with that energy, it really feels like you're working on either a website or something to do with computers or computer graphics. I want to say to you, just take your time. It's not a rush, because as I'm linking with this energy, Sean, I'm seeing the rabbit and the hare, and they're just saying to me, just take your time, do it well. And it's not because you rush, it's just because you're so excited in what you're doing. Now, I want to say to you that as I link in with this wax, now what are you showing me? Because I can see it, but I can't tell what it is. Okay. So I'm seeing a children's toy, Sean, and I don't know whether it's a robot or it's a little girl doll toy. Okay, something from your childhood, because they're bringing this in, and they're bringing this in for a little bit of comfort. Excuse my computer making beep noises. These things happen. Okay. So they're bringing in for a little bit of comfort, because even though you feel very together, you've had to go through the last 6 months of something very tough to get to the point where you're feeling together. So it might well be that current circumstances have affected you. I don't really want to go into that. I do know that there's very much a dragon energy around you at the moment, and it's like you're making plans for the future. You're making setting things up for the future for yourself. And they're saying it's a really good idea. Now, there's a lady in spirit, I feel she's a grandmother, and she's just saying, if you look after the pennies, the pounds will look after themselves. And I know that you would know that from her. She's a very sensible woman, and she's showing me she would have a jar or a pot on the side, and she would put her coins in to make sure that she knew she had money growing. Now, one of the things I do personally is every penny I find on the floor, I consider as abundance. I consider it as, some people might say luck. I don't really see luck, but I see it as abundance. I see it as magic from the universe or from spirit. And what I do is I put it in a cauldron and I watch it grow. And then you get to a point where you can just tip out this money. And even though it's pennies, it just feels so exciting, because you know you've grown your intentions. Let's put it that way. You know you've grown your intentions. So I want to say that. So there's something going on here within the wax, which is showing me the eagle for you, Sean. So there's something you need to keep your eyes on. Keep your eyes on the prize, they're saying. There's something you're really ambitious with, and someone near to you. Sorry, someone near to you might have bubbles, because they just gave me bubbles in my chest or in my tummy. Breathe. Are you breathing? Are you okay? Hopefully you're okay. But someone near to you is kind of saying, oh, that's out your reach. Okay. It's never out your reach. You can do what you put your mind to. Okay. I'd really love you to write that down as a mantra somewhere, because Spirit's just given that to me for you. Okay. All right. There's definitely a connection within your family with Germany, because I keep seeing the emblem of the, I think it's the eagles, but the bird of prey from Germany. And I would hesitate to say there may be a military connection as well, because they're bringing that in as like a metal symbol. So they're bringing that in as a military connection as well. Okay. All right. All right. I think the most important thing to say to you at the moment, Sean, is just take your time, Dot the I's, cross the T's, and know your loved ones are very, very close. So thank you very much for working with me. Thank you, Jessica. That's so lovely. So lovely. All right, so I'm going to move on with the next person. I want to get through as many lovely little readings as we can. Obviously, I do private readings. You can have wax. You can have lots and lots of different styles. Lots of different styles. So I'm just going to drip the wax here. And when I work, I just listen to my guides. I just trust that they'll be here. And it's quite amazing, actually, because even with a difficult day, which it has ended up being, they bring in so much peace. So much peace. All right. Okay. So people quite often say, when do you stop? And it's literally when I hear stop in my head. That is it. Okay. There we go. All right, so okay. Right, let's see who we got. So Leslie Dunn, can I work with Leslie Dunn, please? I love this smoke. I might have smoke in my broadcast more often. It looks really fun. And you could scry in the soap smoke as well. But we won't start doing that because I won't be reading the wax. Is Leslie Dunn there? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you for saying please. I think pleases and thank yous are so important. And I know that your mum that you're contacting through your message would be a lady of pleases and thank yous. I know she's got a massive smile for you and she's absolutely fine, darling. There's something that was wrong with her legs before she went over to Spirit, but she's just showing me she's dancing again. She's dancing again. Now, I do feel she's with an older gentleman who I believe is her father. I'm not sure whether it's her partner, but it feels like she's with her father. And she just wants to say that she's been watching you because there's something you've been doing in your home. You've been sitting and praying, or you've been talking to a photograph. I can't quite see exactly what it is, but she's just saying she's hearing you, sweetie. She's hearing you, okay? Let go of the fear you had when she passed or near the time she passed, because that doesn't exist anymore. Her spirit self is free. This is very, very important. Okay. All right. So you've also got a little dog in spirit, because they're showing me this little dog, and I don't know whether they're together, but I just feel that you get so close to your animals. They're like family, and that's really important to say, really important to say. So as I was dripping the wax in, I was feeling that there's obviously grief, which you've already mentioned, but I was also feeling that things are feeling a bit like a spiral for you. It's feeling a bit like a whirlwind. It's like everything's gone so fast and you don't really know whether you're standing up or sitting down. It's your mum's dog. Thank you very much. You don't know whether you're standing up or sitting down. It's like everything's too much, okay? Now, your mum would be a woman, or is a woman, because she's telling me, she's quite vocal. She's telling me that she would want you to ask for help. Now, I know you're stoic. I know you're a really private person, but there's so many people out there that have got some advice or support or something they can offer to help you take away some of the pressure, because the feeling on your shoulders, the lack of sleep with you is just too much in this moment. I want to say to you, pick up a pen or pick up a pencil, do something creative, even if it's writing to your mum, even if it's drawing something for her or remembering moments with her. Do something creative with the way you're feeling rather than the emotions overwhelm you, okay? It's absolutely fine to grieve. It's absolutely fine to not be okay. But what you need to do is find a creative way to move on in a gentle fashion. So you don't need to move on quickly, but just know that she is watching. And there's something she's showing me in your kitchen. She's showing me that you opened a cupboard door and something fell out, or you dropped something in the cupboard from the cupboard. I'm not quite certain, but I can just see the cupboard door and I can hear a crash. So I want to say to you that she's very, very much with you. Okay, it's to do with your mum's ashes. Lovely. Okay. All right. She wants to be with water, but you know this already. Crashing waves. Okay. You know this already. She wants to be with water. She doesn't want to be in someone's home. Now, I hope that's okay to say that, but that's the message I get for you. Okay. Lots of love, Leslie, and know that she's doing absolutely fine. Okay. She's now full of natural air, I'm being told. Okay. Lovely. All right, let's move on, shall we? So I hope you're all enjoying the show tonight. It's lovely to meet you. I'm Indigo, and my lighter's about to burn out. Well, that's funny, isn't it? There we go. Laugh in the face of adversity. Okay. Oh, this one's working now. It's just melted my finger. Let's try this one, shall we? There we go. Oh. This is one of the, I just love this because there's nothing predictable, ironically, about it. It's very magical, and you never know how the wax is going to be. You never know how the wax is going to be. So this wax is completely different to the purple I was using. Okay. So do put a lovely emoji, put some hearts, and maybe, you know, invite your loved ones in this moment. Okay. And I'd like to work with David West, please. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is exciting. So I've used my new candle, David, and this candle is very much, it's the red color. So it's about the root chakras. It's connection to mother, but it's connection to motherhood as well. It's also connection to your own sexuality or sensuality. Now, I'm not going to go further into that, but I just wanted to start with that for you, David. Now, as I was dropping the wax in, it's like lovely little, oh, it smells amazing as well. Sorry. Lovely little blobs of the wax were sort of bouncing back up. And it was really saying to me that you've been going through a really difficult time and it's been really pulling you down. But there's something about color, crystals, energy, sound that is bringing you back up. So if you haven't worked, David, with sound, I can't see, is that a shaman drum in your hand? I can't see from here. If you are working with sound, fabulous, okay? But I want to bring in, working with the root chakra is really important, working with bear energy as well. You should understand that, okay? They're telling me you do. Now, the exciting thing about this wax is it's made a little place. Look at that. So I know you connect with out there, or up there, whatever you want to call it. And I really want to say to you, if you're not sitting for connection to, let's say, extraterrestrials or otherworldly beings, please do, because they're desperate to talk to you. You have a beacon of light with you, but you also have the ability to tap into different frequencies that some people don't. So you may well be knowing your own light language. I don't know light language. I do funny dancing, but I don't know whether that's light language or not. But I just want to say to you that there's a lot of real mystical being within you. I'm also seeing within this picture yourself and a partner, and the partner has a drum. Now, do you recognize a partner in this world with you, David, or are they on the other side? Can you let me know, please? Because there's a lady with you. I believe it's a lady. Yeah, it's a lady with you, and she's got a drum as well. Okay, so someone who wants to just give you a nod or remind you of those moments. I want to say to you right now, there's stepping stones. So it's been, do plenty of meditation. Lovely. Oh, that's the other thing. So right now it's stepping stones. So it's all about taking the opportunities Spirit's putting towards you, because you've been manifesting, you've been asking, they're supplying, but you're not noticing. So nothing is coincidence. When you ask Spirit or your guides or angels or whoever it is you believe in, when you ask them, they will give you the answer, but not necessarily in the way you expect. The other thing I want to say, David, as well, is working with colour, either paint or pastels or pens. But I want to give you a big medium. I want to give you something quite messy to play with. And just, you don't know anyone with a drum. Okay, well, you know me, I've got a drum. No, I'm joking. I will feel into that a little bit more for you, but maybe it's something to come, okay? Because it's a partnership. This is a partnership. I don't know whether this is romance, but it is in red, which is the color of romance and passion. So I'll leave that up to you, but there's definitely a female with a drum that is around. If not already, will be, okay? Where was I going? Yes, I want you to paint what you're seeing in meditation. I want you to do visualization meditations. I want you to go out there and I want you to paint what you see, but not with conscious thought, with mess, with paints on a thing, with crayons, with pastels. Be amazed in what you receive, because that's part of your journey going forward. All right. Lots of love there. Thank you so, so much for working with me. That was exciting. I like that, Red. That was very exciting. Let's see if this is working yet. Oh, I think it's gone. Best plans of mice and men, eh? All right. Let's try this one. Ooh. It's not going to do it. It's not going to play. I need to do the red one. It's got such a nice smell. Oh, that was a flower that's just closed up. Okay. All right. Just maybe have a look later, David, at what I said and just jot it down. And know that everything you're dreaming of is coming into reality, just not quite in the way you're expecting. Okay. So I definitely want to work with a lady here. All right, have I got, let me just see who's working through. No, it's none of these ladies. So, and David, if you don't have a drum, please get one. But I can't see your profile because it looks like you've got a drum in your hand, but it might be just my psychic third eye. Sometimes we see things that aren't really there. All right. So I want to know if there's a Sarah on the broadcast, please. Because I'm hearing the name Sarah. Okay. We've all slowed down. Right, let's see. I think my comments aren't updating. There we go. All right, can I ask if there's Sarah on here, please? Hi, Lauren. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Eddie. So I'd really like to connect with Sarah if she is here. Please keep commenting, because otherwise I won't see your comments, because I've got a little tiny screen and I can see about 8 people in one go. Okay. So I'm hoping that we got Sarah on the show. She may have left already, but I'm hearing Sarah. Okay. All right, I'm going to work with Natalie Smith. Natalie Smith, can you put her on the screen, please? Hi from Victoria. Hi, Natalie Smith. So can you connect with me to begin with, that you recognise the name Sarah in Spirit on Earth, please? Because I was hearing it very, very clearly. and I'd like to place it. So this piece is really, really together. Now, there's definitely a couple in this image. There's a happy couple, and I do believe there's possibly two. Oh, how many have we got here? There's at least two children. I want to say to you, Sarah, not Sarah, I keep calling you Sarah, Natalie. I want to say to you, Natalie, that motherhood is majorly important for you. And I feel that it's actually something you didn't feel you possibly could do at one point, but you have overcome such amazing obstacles to get where you are. I want to say to you right now, there's something you now have to overcome again. So there's something that's turned up within your world. And Spirit telling me they've got a bridge for you to cross. They've got a route for you to go, okay? They want you to really understand that your self-care is very important in this moment. And they're bringing in, and I don't quite know why, but they're bringing in like a necklace like the African women would wear with all the lines going across. I'm not quite certain whether that's a guide for you or whether it's something else. I want to give you lots of jewelry. I don't know whether you're someone who likes jewelry and enjoys making or enjoys wearing, but I want to give you lots of jewelry. I want you to celebrate where you have come from and all you have achieved. Sometimes, Natalie, they're telling me that you can be your own worst critic, and they don't want you to do that anymore. They want you to please consider how far you have come. And I know I keep saying that, but that's what I'm hearing very clearly. I also want to say that there's a young man around you that really struggles with his emotions and his communicating. And you're doing a fine job, okay? You're doing a very, very fine job there. Right now, it's all about considering what makes you tick. Now, when I first started dropping the wax, we had like a flower, and it was like the flower being crushed. So it was like your femininity, your individuality had been really closed down, okay? So I want to say to you, now is the time to own you, Natalie. It's the time to own you. If you want to wear a crazy bright color, or if you want to wear black and fluorescent pink, wear what you choose, do what you choose. This is time for you. I feel that you've really got to a point now where most people can look after themselves, if not all of them, but most, they're saying. And I also want to say to you that there's always someone, there's a gentleman in spirit, and I know he would sit in a chair with wooden arms because he's showing me. And I know that he's always keeping an eye and making sure you're okay, okay? Now, this person has a bit of a cough, so I don't know whether they smoked or whether they just had a coughing, like not a cold. It does feel a bit like pneumonia, actually. But it's that kind of energy around this person, okay? Wear red, okay? That's one of the reasons they're giving you red. I was going to wear red tonight because I've had a bit of a rough time of it, and I thought, actually, I need gold and leopard print. But wear red, even if it's a scarf, even if it's a piece of jewelry, or get yourself a piece of jewelry, which I did for a long time, that's your amulet. Yeah, find yourself something you really, really love, and it just makes you feel so empowered. I do make jewelry myself. This one's one of mine, and jewelry can make a difference. But yes, red is important. Red for confidence, and also tiger's eye. If you've got the stone, hold it in your handbag, put it in your pocket. It's brilliant for confidence. The thing about confidence is quite often we feel that people are going to be really cruel. We feel that I'm going to stand out and people are going to mock me. Well, I'm here to tell you, darling, you can't be everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone likes the way I present myself or the reading style I do, but I live for myself, and that's what I want to encourage for you. Okay. There's also a poet that didn't know it in spirit for you, because I didn't do that on purpose. Lots of love. Thank you so, so much. So how is everyone enjoying the wax readings? Have you seen it before? Is it something new? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Do you like it? It's my favorite. Absolutely my favorite. Now, I don't know whether... No, I have a very, a very deadly. I don't even know what they're called. Probably burnt the end of it by now anyway. Let's keep going with this one. Okay. Oh, interesting. We're going through to the next colour now. Oh, it's exciting. Okay. All right, that's very interesting. Okay. Right, Okay. I'm going to try something a little bit different now, and I need you to be very honest and full of integrity. Do any of you have a loved one in spirit called Rose, please? She's an older lady. I would suggest a grandmother. I don't feel she's a mother. I feel that she's a grandmother because it feels like a generation behind. Do you connect with someone called Rose? Do let me know. Let me know, okay? Because as I was dropping the wax, I was seeing little think bubbles, and it was the wax itself was making the most perfect petaled red rose, and I know someone was thinking of someone called Rose. So I'm just going to have a look through the comments and see. Lauren, I think it's Facebook only. I'm not quite certain. So does Lauren connect with Rose? Can you let me know? So I need you to be 100% truthful because I know people really want to have a reading, but I do need to connect with the lady who's connecting to the lady in spirit called Rose. She's also showing me a china teacup and saucer. So she was quite a traditional lady, and she would have had a glass cabinet with her china in, because she's showing me that now. She's showing me that she would keep things behind glass because it would be easier to clean. So she's very practical as well. I'm getting water all over my laptop. All right. So if you're saying yes, Lauren, can you just keep on YouTube and Facebook? Lovely. So whoever's connecting with a lady called Rose in spirit and heard understood the words I just said, can they let me know? Because I know you're here. It's not about rose tattoo, sweetheart. It's not about rose tattoos. So let me just connect in with this lady, all right? Because it's definitely in someone. She's definitely in someone's thoughts. It's not like a hearsay person. This is someone really cares for. Let me just show you the wax. Try not to break my laptop. Let me see if I could get that light a little bit there. You can see it's almost a perfect red rose. It could be a forename or a middle name, but it's a grandmother or of that generation. So it might be great aunt, but it isn't. I don't feel it's mother. I feel it's one removed. It's like someone you would go and see on high days and holidays. She's very traditional. She would have all her china behind glass cabinets, and she would be also very practical. Okay. She's showing me that she would have a wooden front door. And she's also showing me that there is a cat local to her. So I don't know whether it's her cat or whether it came round to her home, but there's definitely a cat wandering around in the area. Okay. All right, my nan like roses. Yeah, no, it's definitely Rose the name. Definitely Rose the name. And I've just heard Mary Rose, which I know is the boat that they got up. But does someone recognize Mary Rose? Recognize Mary Rose. Okay, wish it was Ruth. Can't see anyone as of yet. No cat linked. Okay. All right. I could be misreading the cat. Mary's your nan. Mary, my nan. Right, I'm going to have to test the energy because I'm a bit perplexed with this situation. So is it Gemma or is it Lauren? So let's just ask Spirit a moment. I'm with Gemma, Lauren. I'm with Gemma. So where is our lovely Gemma? Gemma Oldfield. My husband's nana was Margaret Rose, which, yeah, it's nearly Mary, isn't it? And had a china cabinet, but no cat linked. Okay. I just want to say, I don't know whether she's in your thoughts or in your partner's or your husband's thoughts, but there is something around this time of year that reminds him of this person. So it might be a birthday, it might be a passing, I'm not sure. But what I want to say to you, Gemma, is that you and your husband have got really close again. It feels like there was a bit of a divide at one point, and part of that divide was how hard you both work and how you didn't see each other that often. But I want to say you're really pulling together and the romance has come back, and she's just really, really happy for you. Now, the cat that was walking in, let me just see if I can connect with the cat energy, because it might well be that the cat's just a symbol of luck because you have the black cat walk across your path. So it might be you're feeling right now, Gemma. She died in March the 6th. Lovely. Okay. So he was very close to this lady, and she's always in his thoughts, and he's in her thoughts also. That's what I want to say. Okay. Now this lady is starting to make me lisp a bit. So this is definitely something of her personality. She would have a different voice to me completely, but she would have something, possibly the teeth, possibly lack of teeth. I'm not sure, but there's something that's making her voice change a little bit, and I've got a bit of this going on. I don't know whether you can hear it through the screen, but I want to say to you right now, it's about, there's something about movement. There's something about either developing where you live into the home you desire or moving into the home you desire. But what I want to do is I want to encourage you, Gemma, that the time is now. Okay, there's something you've been discussing with your partner about, and you've been thinking, shall we or shan't we? And she's saying, please move on with it. Please go ahead with it. Okay. Actually, I had a black cat. There you go. Your black cat popped in then, just to confuse me, Yeah, at the end of this, I'll try and take some photographs, and then if anyone wants to see the wax, they can, because it's quite hard through this setup, especially with the sunlight going down. But I want to say to you also, Year of the Dragon is connected to you. So there's someone within your family who's very, very protective. And I feel this is a mother, actually, almost a bit overprotective. And this lady in spirit is just saying, make sure you stand up for yourself. And it's nothing unkind. It's just that this person really, really cares, but almost to a point that you find it quite hard to do what you choose. Okay, I want to say that for you. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of energy. We want to update our house. Lovely. A lot of energy, a lot of dynamicness going around. Now, Gemma, she's saying about lighting. She's saying about locked cabinets. Okay, less dusting with a locked cabinet. Okay, that's her top tip for you. Give her love to your partner, your husband. You know, I don't know why she's saying Jack, but she's mentioning the name Jack to me. And I want to say to you also that she sends her love, and she's never very far away. He doesn't forget her. She's always in his thoughts. Thank you very much for working with me, Gemma. That was fantastic. So glad we found our lovely lady. So glad we found our lovely lady. So you'll notice that within my work that it's a case of I mix things up, and that's partially because I am a psychic development teacher as well. So those of you who are learning, my spirit team will always have teaching within my work. Hugely important to me. Right, do we have a Rachel, please? Do we have a Rachel? Rachel Ashman, please. Special offers. Oh, you're talking to the The one that's causing trouble, are you? Causing trouble. Okay. Now, this is so interesting, and I'm just trying to sort of feel into what it means. I feel for you, Rachel, that you really love blossom. You really love like flowers. You really love things coming back to life. I don't know which part of the world you're in, and I'm being completely honest there because I don't necessarily feel you're in the UK. But I want to, yes, you, my sweets, yes, you. I want to say to you that the winter was really hard, okay? The winter was hard because of where you live, because where you live is very difficult in winter time. But they're saying that things are coming out again. They're saying that things are coming out again. You're in trouble. No, you're not. You're cool. Things are coming out again, and it's like you're starting to see the light again. Okay, this is really, really important for you. Okay. Now, there is a connection here with heart energy. So I know that you're missing someone very much, but I don't feel the necessary spirit side. I feel you're kept away from part of your family because part of your family has gone to another place, not another spirit world, left the country, left where you live. There's someone who has left. Okay, now there's a lovely flash of purple wax in this, which is super, super. Oh, you're in Yorkshire. Oh, you are in England. That's where my tea comes from. I love my Yorkshire tea. Okay, so if you're in Yorkshire, someone else has decided to go somewhere else or is living somewhere else, because I feel there's a divide. There's a feeling that you wish you were in two places at once. You're not feeling ready to leave Yorkshire though, so just enjoy what you got. It's beautiful, absolute beautiful place. Enjoy the mountains, enjoy the landscape, and there is something that's going on around you, Rachel, at the moment, which is making you feel a little bit unnerved. Now, I'd give you a tip for everyone here that once you start your spiritual path, wherever you may be on it, if things don't feel right, it's because there's something better for you. I'm going to leave you to interpret that in your own choice. But know that our bodies, our physical bodies, just like I did a moment ago with the energy, we have a natural pendulum. So, you know, when things feel icky, when things feel like, oh, I don't like this, or I don't feel comfortable here, there's a reason. And quite often it's because there's somewhere better for you. Not necessarily for everyone else, but better for you. So I want to say that to you. Okay. Now I'm seeing a what they're called. I don't know what they're called actually. Are they called hobby horses with the fabric head and the wooden pole? And I'm hoping you recognize this because it looks so real to me. And it's all about make believe. It's all about imagination. Use your imagination. Rachel, are you training as a medium? Can you let me know? I'd really, really like to know. Can you let me know? Can you let me know? Okay. And there is a stone circle somewhere near you as well, isn't there? I don't know Yorkshire at all, but they're showing me a stone circle. So you're also into paganism, or you were? Waiting on Rachel's response. I need some interlude music. Do, 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 do. Okay, what else have we got going on? Right. I do palmistry and psychometry. Wow, cool, cool. So, you know, you can do psychometry with photographs as well. So you can connect to spirit in that way also. I can't remember what I was saying now to you. Yeah, use your imagination. Use your imagination. That's where we were going. So it's a case of Rachel, okay? Everything I'm saying to you in this moment is in my mind. It's all my imagination. It's all fantasy. But that is how spirit present to you. So when you're sitting and holding your things and you're thinking, maybe you're holding a piece of jewelry, for instance, and you feel comfortable to say this belongs to a lady and it's your grandmother, and I'm seeing she's wearing a purple dress or whatever. When you're holding that object, What do you taste in your mouth? What sensation do you have within your teeth? How do your eyes feel? Do you feel like you can see clearly? Do you feel like you're a bit dry in the eyes? Does your body feel different? Do you hear things? Do you smell things? Use more than what you're using, because you're very, very good at what you do. You just need to use your imagination more. Okay, lots of love there. Thank you very much. We love Glasgow. Was there last Sunday. I live fairly near Glastonbury. I'm in Keynsham, between Bath and Bristol in the UK. All right. Okay. Oh, we've got lots and lots of colours in here now. This is really exciting. Really, really exciting. Okay. Oh, burning things. Don't want to be burning things. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me just see whose spirit's drawing me to for this reading. Hi from South Africa. Hi, Jessica. I haven't quite got there yet. Right, can I work with Valerie West, please? Are you still here, Valerie West? Can you let me know, please? Okay. So the first thing I got with this is I got a little tiny foot. So I know there's a little tiny foot that's no longer here for whatever reason. It may have not been here in fruition. I'm not going to go into that further, but I just want to say to you, Valerie, that this lovely being is well looked after. Okay. It may be you, maybe family, I'm not sure, but they just showed me the little foot. Okay. Now I feel with you that it's like you're coming to a position where you're kind of understanding the world a bit better. Okay. There was a time where you lived for what other people told you. You believed in what other people told you. But now, Valerie, you live for yourself. Now you make your own decisions, and you're very strong with that, very strong-willed. What I want to say, Valerie, though, is don't miss opportunities through stubbornness, okay? There's a phrase that I got from Spirit a while ago, which is stubbornness hinders wonders, okay? Sometimes we have to be a little bit flexible, let's say flexible. So within this lovely piece of wax, we've got like little mushrooms, we've got like little fairy spaces, and it really is something of a wonder. I feel with you, if you don't do already, well, I believe you do already, but something like decorating cakes or paper craft, something like that really suits you. You love using your hands and you love fine detail. Now, I want to say to you, there's also a lady in spirit that would crochet or knit. I can't quite see at the moment. Let me see if I can see what she's doing. No, she's crocheting, I believe. But she's working with her hands, and she would keep herself busy this way. Because it does feel with you, Valerie, that there's quite a lot of time on your hands at the moment, and you don't quite know what to do with it. Because you were so busy before, but things have slowed down. Now, Spirit wants to say to you, Valerie, please take this time wisely. You're not always going to have all this extra time to do things. And yeah, just do what you enjoy. Doesn't have to all be work. Doesn't have to all be productive in a sense for a business or for someone else. Okay. Now, okay. Oh. Can I ask, Valerie, are you in the UK? Illness. Okay. All right. Can still, I don't know what your illness is, and I can't go into that anyway, and I wouldn't because it's not legal, ethical, right? But the thing is, Valerie, that there's always things we can do. I used to support a lady that only had the use of her mind and her head, and she still managed to have hobbies. So I'm not saying you're in that position. I'm not saying that's going to come for you at all or fruate into your world. What I'm saying, oh, you're Bristol's. Wow. Nice to meet you, Valerie. So I'm Keynsham, just around the road from you. I want to say to you, look at what you can do, not what you can't, but also manage your energy well. So I've got an idea of what you've got. But I don't want to go into that here. But I want to say to you, there's so much you can still do. There's so much you can still do. Okay. Thank you very, very much for having me here. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm Indigo, Indigo's Oracle on Facebook. And I'll let my host join me again to conclude.
Thank you very, very much. It's been absolutely fantastic. We've had lots of comments of people saying how much they've enjoyed this evening and how much they've enjoyed listening to other people's readings. So thank you so much for giving us your time this evening. It is appreciated. And we thank Spirit for working with us. Valerie says thank you very much.
Thank you, darling.
Chelsea, thank you so much. Lots of thank yous coming in. Amazing readings. Please come back, Chelsea says. If Indigo would like to come back, we will definitely have her back on
any time. I love it. I love it. I used to have a weekly show, so I'm missing it quite badly. So anytime. Anytime.
Fantastic. And if anybody, I have actually put your link in the comments. So if anybody would like to find you, can you just reiterate and let everyone know where they can find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at Indigo's Oracle. You can find me on Facebook at Indigo's Oracle as well. I also have a spiritual friends group that you can come and share what you do and what you love, including our lovely host here, and your broadcasting. You're welcome to share into there. And I'll speak to you about that actually, because I can give you instant access so you can put your shows straight in. And I've also got Indigo's, I think it's Indigo's Oracle group. But I'm not quite certain. I've got myself lost in my mind. But you come and find out. I'll send you around my groups.
If they look for Indigo's Oracle, then they're sure to find you online somewhere. The link on the screen at the moment, that is for Indigo's Facebook page. So you can go on there to find her. If you'd be interested in having a personal reading with her, then you can contact her there. Thank you again ever so much for joining us. It's very much appreciated. Thank you for everybody commenting, and thank you all for taking part this evening, because without you, the audience, obviously there'd be no point of these shows.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you to all of you as usual. If you're interested, at 9 o'clock this evening, we have the open mic hour with Gary Fields. And tonight he has a guest on this evening. So we've got to be a bit different tonight. He's actually got a guest. Her name is Kaz Kalsor. She is a psychic. She is a medium. And she won't be offering readings. And let you know now, it will not be a reading show. She will be talking about how she has helped with finding missing people and in murder cases and all sorts of different things like that this evening. So if that's something you're interested in, then please come back at 9 o'clock and join Gary on the open mic with Kaz Kalsor. I thank you from me, and yet again, thank you to you, Indigo. Very much appreciated.
And I'd like to thank the Seen and Unseen, because I always do every time I work. Because, as you said, without the audience and without Spirit, we wouldn't be here. And it's just so lovely we can be the voice of Spirit. So important.
So on that note, we'll just say thank you. And don't forget, 7 o'clock every Thursday, we have a different reader for you every week. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Good night.